welcome to our next reading. Flamies, what is the gate that you walk through with your famous twin flame next? So I want to go explicitly to the famous twin flame journey. I know many of you are here because of that, and you found me because of that, because we're all having this journey. So I show you the 4 gates, and you choose the one you feel most drawn to, and then we're going to look into the energy. What energy is this? What gate is this? What does it has to say? What does it mean? Okay, so our first gate is the Ascendance gate. How beautiful. Look at this. That's such a beautiful card. So if you feel drawn to that card with your twin flame, choose that. It could be that you are on a journey with some divine counterparts. Please then choose different gates, okay? We have the Sunset, pile 2. Such a beautiful cards are those. Then we have the Peace, the Gate of Peace. If you feel drawn to that, please choose that pile, pile 3. And pile 4 is the Gate of the Unknown. So if you feel drawn to this, please choose that card. Or just stop the video and meditate on the cards, okay? And I see you at your pile. We're gonna look into the energies. What does it mean? What gate is this? How does it look like in the 3D, okay? I see you there, guys. Bye. Hello, my flamies. You chose pile 1. So, the Ascendance pile. This is such a beautiful gate, right? The Ascendance gate. Well, it's not really a gate, but we see her here. You know, she's ascending the stairs to the universe. It's such a beautiful card. So, what does it mean in 3D? Like, how does this Ascension gate look for you in the reality, in the 3D, my pile? Okay. This is too many cards. If it you know, if it's meant to be, the same cards will come out again. Okay, we do have air energy. Okay, I'm gonna take it, because there's also, I mean, that's pretty clear, right? We have the Seek a Union of Wind and Spirit. Wow, you will master the art of, with your twin flame, guys, with your famous twin flame. Look at how beautiful this blue is shining. Blue is a predominant color here in this connection. You will master the art of telepathic communication. That's what the air energy is all about. Wow. I'm using the Vice Versa Tarot deck here because this gives me an inside and an outside perspective. So we're going to look into your energy first, and then we're going to look into your divine counterpart's energy. How does that look like? Let's look into your energy first, divine feminine. Please also know the roles can reverse. It could be if you are in divine masculine energy, feminine, then you need to look for the divine masculine. So the roles could also be reversed, yeah? So show me one person. Let's just say, okay, wow. We have the inner perspective of the moon. This is such a beautiful card. Oh my gosh. What else? Look at how she holds the light in her hand. This is, we have the, is it focusing? Yes, now it is. We have the outer, no, we do have the inner perspective. The inner perspective, focus. The inner perspective of the Ace of Pentacles. This will, you discover something inside of you. You will have the answer. Like you guys, I think this is your pile, Divine Feminine. This is the Divine, yeah, I said show me the Divine Feminine, or one person. This could be the Divine Feminine. I feel for the Divine Feminines, you will get the answer. Yes, the Lovers, the outer perspective of the Lovers, and look how they're holding hands. Yeah, and the angels are uniting this. You see how the angel is doing this. And we get one more card. The Fool, the 0. This is the inner perspective of a Fool. Yeah? Look how he is looking at the, what is this called? You guys know. Ah, Sternschnuppe in German. Ah, what is it? You must tell me, guys, in the comments. Put in the comments. Purple doesn't know what this means, but you all see it on the cards, okay? This can come overnight to you, Divine Feminine, but you communicate like telepathically. You will ascend in this. Yeah, you will ascend with your famous twin flame in this process of communicating with each other via telepathy, via the angels. You're holding hands in this, so you will easily understand each other. For those of you who are already experiencing this communication will get more crazy. It could be that you're getting as information like pictures. The nakedness symbolizes that you see the true selves of each other, like you see each other how you really are. So there's no mask. Yeah, it's like you and your famous divine counterpart, you cannot hide from each other. You see all your flaws, you know all your flaws, but it is as if because of this telepathic communication, you know, you guys are harmonizing. We see that here where you're harmonizing in a very beautiful way, and you will see, you will get in, you know, this is also about making a wish. You're supporting each other, and also whatever you're wishing for each other, it's kind of like you're wishing this for each other. So if the divine feminine is in her authentic truth, this is most important divine feminine. If this is your pile and you identify with this, you will get the immediate answers from your divine counterpart. Yeah, while they're walking forward, you see how he is walking forward on his path. He is making his wish coming true. This is very important because he's the front runner, right? I mean, he's the front runner. He's also here on the front, spreading the word of this wonderful twin flame journey with their fame, with their art, with whatever they're doing. And the more you are in your true authentic nature, divine feminine, the more you show yourself naked. And that doesn't mean that you run around naked. It means that the more you are authentic in yourself, the more you know who you are, the more you know your capacities, and the more you know that in this twin flame journey, you're not the one that runs in front. You know, you're not the one that comes towards you. You're the one that has to wait. You're the one that stands still. Yeah, and you will have the light in your hand, because that's what we do, right? Some divine feminines like me were reading cards. That's our gift. Some of us heal with our hands. Some of us have other things that we do with our hands. So what is very important here, divine feminine, is that both of you will ascend in your craft because of your telepathic communication. This is what the result is. The result is your telepathic communication, especially when you're sleeping or when you're dreaming or when you're meditating or when you're in stillness, will give you a new perspective in the 3D. It's like you're holding hand in 3D and the universe makes all your dreams come true. It's almost as if this is an ascension process, and this communication is very much needed in order for you to ascend. Also in the 3D, okay? So let me see the divine counterpart, the masculine. So you kind of, with your authenticity, divine feminine, you help your famous divine counterpart to move forward. But you have to wait, you have to be patient, you have to be in your true authentic self. You have to be okay with whatever it is. Okay, got 4 cards. And that's helping him ascending into the 3D as well. So now we have your divine counterpart, and the first card is coming out is beautifully the Knight of Wands, and this is the outer appearance. This means is what he's doing. He's sitting on his horse. He has his Ace of Wands in his hand, and you know, that means his art, spreading the word, with fire going forward, with fire moving towards, you know. We see here the 5 of Cups. This is an outward appearance. This is that, you know, a lot of times there are things happening, especially for the divine counterpart, in 3D. where they cannot, you know, they cannot mend these broken pieces. But what is here, what they have to see is that you guys are strong. You are here. This is the Two of Cups. You guys are in a union of cups. We see the bridge here. And this is the bridge towards, you know, his movement forward in your direction as well. And sometimes, you know, they have to accept that certain things are broken and that not everything what glitters is gold. And, you know, that a lot of times, this is the King of Pentacles, this is the inward experience. A lot of times what, you know, what is not seen is his gift, which is this journey, and not the money that he makes, or, you know, the things like this is his field, this is his ox, you know, like the things that he takes care of in 3D, right? His money, his career, his life. This is what everyone else is seeing. What they're not seeing is his inner self, the watermelon, you know, this sweet fruits of this journey that no one is really seeing, because most divine counterparts keep that for themselves. So they will realize that. They will realize it's not on the outer side what is there, it's behind them here, the Two Cups. And this will make them stronger. This will make the divine counterpart ascend towards their passion, yeah? And this is the Devil card in reverse. You know, and we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in the back, and all you see how this devil here behind him, everything is like burning. He burns the bridges to everything what is not fitting him, you know. This is the ascension, is that he's turning his back upon everything that is distracting him. He's turning the back, and it's like the candles, because these are the candles of this twin flame journey. They're helping him, you know. This is the candles. It's almost as if nothing comes past these candles. And why is the devil here? Because the devil also symbolizes this twin flame union a lot of times, this passion for it. Yeah, it's about seeing that sometimes the passion is not on the outer side, because the divine counterpart, the masculine, a lot of times they look on the outward for their you know, because they have a lot. They usually have a high functioning career, a money machine, you know, where they earn a lot of money. They're usually, you know, we're talking about a famous counterpart here, someone who has a lot of things on the outside. They're on their throne and they're ruling their country, you know, their farm, whatever we see here. But they have to realize, the divine counterpart, that the passion, the fire is inside of them. The Two Cups here that are still standing despite everything what's going on the outside. And this is him protecting this, yeah? Being passionate about the things he wants, knowing that this passionate, almost obsessive union exists within the divine feminine journey. This is also the crazy fire that they, a lot of times they feel that. Sexual energy, like very passionate sexual energy, where, you know, they have to see that it comes from the inside, from this bond. A lot of it comes from the inside, and this is their ascension process. They will notice, they will see that because of the telepathic communication that you guys have. Yeah? Wow. Beautiful reading. So let's see. Let's get another card. I want to see what I'm doing, like which card am I using. Yeah, let's do the gate card. I have a gateway card. So I want to get messages, what the universe is saying with these cards, with the gateway cards, what you have to concentrate on, pile 1, in your journey now, for you and your divine counterpart. So first card coming out, proceed softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. See, this is the ascension. Both of you will see that it's inside of you. It's not on the outside. This journey is ascending on the inside. You already know that, divine feminine, yeah? We have breaking barriers. I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. This is looking beyond the barriers of 3D, ascending and seeing the actual journey. And one more card, please, for this pile 1. Very beautiful. Yeah, we have soaring into joy. Childlike wonders fill my life. It's okay to be childish. It's okay to be childish with this energy. When you are connecting on a very innocent base with your famous divine counterpart, you guys are like children. That's like you bring out your inner child, you feel joy, you feel happiness, and it's okay, because a lot of people say, well, then you're too old to feel like this. No, this is what ascends. This is what makes this journey burning. This is what makes the passion here. Yeah. This is what the passion is that comes inside of us. It's because of this twin flame journey. We are flames, yeah? Flamies. We are flames. We're burning for each other. And when you burn for each other, you can also feel joy, of course, you know? So that's the message here. I hope you really like this reading, pile 1, and I see you in the next reading. Bye, guys. Hello, my pile 2. You chose that beautiful sunset card. I show it to you again. Look at this, how beautiful. So your next gate with your twin flame, with your famous twin flame, is this walking through the sunset. What does it mean? Like, we're gonna look into this. When I see number 7 in the sunset, this reminds me of my first BTS concert, and I can just tell you the story because most of you who are here on this channel, you guys know me from, you know, some years, so you know how it all started, you know, on our channel with being part of the BTS fandom. And I remember when I went to my first concert, this was in 2018 when they came to Germany, to Berlin. I was driving there. I used all the money that I got. I remember that I saved money for some time because I really wanted to go. And so I got tickets, I got in, which was also very hard because the concert was sold out in like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. And I remember I had like 3 devices I was trying to get tickets on, and every time I was like thrown out and nothing really worked. So I bought all the tickets in the reselling process, which was very expensive. And then it was like 10 hours drive to Berlin, and I had to get a hotel and I had to take my dog with me. So we were driving in the morning, like at 8 o'clock on the day of the concert, of the first concert. And I remember I was driving with my dog, and then we were like, the sun was coming out because we were driving really early because of the hours that we had to drive. And I remember snapping that picture of that sunrise. Yeah, it was a beautiful sunrise on that day. And I, you know, you guys probably know that picture because I, on the Tarot Smeraldo channel, I published that picture, like I showed you guys this picture. So very beautiful memory that I still have of this day. And the funny thing is, I just remembered that I won the lottery for getting a picture in the photo booth. Yeah, and that was like one of the craziest memory. That was so cool because you can imagine, I don't know who has been on the photo booth of like 2018 concert, the one where you sit next to the guys and then you know you get your picture taken. And you guys have seen that too, because I have put that picture of me and Taeyang in to one of my introduction videos, you know. And that was so fun because I had won the lottery at Hype, and I remember there were like I don't know, 500 people lining up when I went there. I think it was on the second day of the concert when I went there in the morning, because I know people told me already there are so many people lining up, and there were like 500 people. And I thought, oh my gosh, you know, because people were telling me, like Army were telling me when they were in line, it took like an hour for you to choose, and then you couldn't get the photo booth. What you had to do was another drawing of like another lottery. And so you waited in line for 1 hour, and then it was your turn for the lottery. You had to pick, you had to choose like balls, like little colorful balls. And when you've chosen like one special color, I don't remember which one it was, but when you chosen one special ball, you also won the lottery and you could take a photo. And if not, you had to go at the end of the line again and wait another hour if you want to try it again. So there were a lot of army that waited like hours and tried and tried and tried. So I was so lucky. I was like walking by all these army that were lining up, and I felt like VIP. I don't know that I still remember this. You're walking by and you're like, I don't have to stand in line for an hour. I can take or get my picture with Tang. I was like walking by like the king, and just to get into this photo booth. I still remember this. It was such a fun memory. And then, they checked out my name on, like, hyped it, like their staff. Crossed out my name because I was there. And then I could go into the photo booth. I took my photo and I was really happy. I just smiled all day. But I remember still that I thought, why not try it again? So I remember, when you use your luck from the universe, you shouldn't try it again. This is what I learned on this special day, because I won the lottery. I got my picture with Taeyang. That was my most, I loved him, so that was my most important treasure on that day. So I should have gone outside, but I thought, well, maybe stand in line and try another time, take one of these balls. Maybe I'm lucky enough and I can take a picture with Jungkook, because I wanted to have one with him as well. And I remember standing in line 1 hour and not getting this stupid ball. And then I said, oh, damn it, just try it again. And I went again. I waited another hour and I tried again and I still didn't get it. So I was like, no, I'm leaving. And so, but people tried it. There were multiple armies that tried multiple hours. Like, that was crazy. Like, they were standing in line for 7 hours just to pick one time or get one time this ball where they could get this photo taken. So I still remember this. So why is this memory coming now? Why is it coming here when I see this sunset picture? Well, this tells me that, I should have been satisfied on that day with my Taeyang picture. I was like, why did I even try it again for like 3 more hours or 2? It was 2 more hours that I stood in line, and, I could have spent my time differently. I could have met with army, or get to know armies on that day. I mean, I still did. I met some army that were like in front row. They were like, later they were standing in front row on the Berlin concert. Oh gosh, I have so many memory. That was on the first day as well, on the second as well. And they were both days they were there. There was like a group of army, and they told me to get front row, they had to play the computer like when the ticket was like half a year before or so. They were trying, and they used like 20 computers or so just to get tickets for all. I think it was like 7 people of them. So that was crazy. So we were spending some time together, exchanging our, our army stuff, and I was seeing them later on like the front line. That was so fun. So yeah, why am I bringing this up here? And why, some of you are saying, well, purple the time, Well, some of you are army, so you know what I'm talking about. But it's about the chances, Sometimes we're trying because we're thinking that we can influence things, but especially in a twin flame journey, you're not supposed to influence these things, you're supposed to get what you get, and then you shouldn't use your luck twice, This is the message here. And I think that's why I had to set it with the sunset. There is a new chapter coming here. And maybe pile 2, maybe you tried with your twin flame. Maybe you really tried to get them because, or to come closer to them, because it's really hard, especially in these famous twin flame journeys. No doubt about it. They are hard as AF, So, but sometimes, you have to let it go. You have to sit in your cave and you have to let the universe take over. And you just have to say, well, it is what it is. I can't change it. I can do so many things. I can try so many things. Sometimes it's not supposed to be. Yeah. And this is what the message is here. So let's see. The Kadokois. You will receive news from afar. This is crazy. I was just, saying this. So you will receive a message from your twin. First, we look into the, I'm using the vice versa tarot deck. This is a two-sided tarot deck, so I can look at two sides. So we're seeing the turquoise here, or however you say that, that's Latin. And I cannot speak Latin. I'm trying and I'm learning languages at the moment, but you know, tarot is a language as well. So let's see. First of all, we're looking into your, into the divine masculine's energy, or divine, no, let's look into divine feminine's energy. What is that gate? Why is that gate? Meaning there's healing coming, there's a new dawn coming, there's a new day coming, there's a new day, there's a new message coming. So a new chapter will come where your twin flame will be actively involved in messaging you. But we're gonna look into this. Like, can I see what is happening here for the divine feminine? Okay. All the cards already came out, so we're gonna look into this. You will receive news from afar. So let's focus. Let's see what we have here. This is the outer of the Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is like you fighting, right? This is the divine feminine being in masculine energy and fighting. And this is what I'm saying. Sometimes divine feminine is more in this masculine energy. And she has like used all these sticks here. You have used all these sticks. These were all the experiences that you made in this twin flame journey where you were fighting for your famous counterpart, but it made not really sense, you know, because the universe wants to have you a lot of time in this patience position. That's why the angels come out. Yeah, this is the outer vision of the Temperance card. This is the angel saying, well, you know, we are mixing water and fire for you, not you. You're not mixing fire and water. You can try, but you know when it's supposed to happen for you. You know when it's the right thing that you do. So this is the angels coming towards you, divine feminine, and reminding you that sometimes in this twin flame journey, especially with this divine counterpart, you have to become patient. You have to be patient. Yeah. And this is hard for you. This is the inner, this is your inner view. Yeah. Why is it not focusing now? You see, this is the inner view. This is the Nine of Swords. This is how you feel. Yeah. You want to go outside like this, but you can't. Yeah. So a lot of times we're trying because, you know, in 3D, when we're honest, what do people teach us? People teach us the exact opposites. You only live once. You have it in your hands. You go out. You go through that gate. There's nothing someone else can do for you. There's nothing the universe can do for you or any religion. You have to do everything on your own. Well, these twin flame journeys, they are teaching you a different path. And this is the Hermit. Yeah, this is your inner guide. This is your inner guidance. I'm trying to let it focus here. This is your inner guidance where you are, you know, you are looking inside your inner self. And sometimes we just have to be this pilgrim on this pilgrim journey. Yeah, walking and being guided. Sometimes we have to look out. Sometimes we see things. Sometimes we know things. Sometimes our spiritual teachers are telling us things. But a lot of times the divine feminine is in this energy where she's blindly following her inner light. Yeah, this is an inner view. It's almost as if you see yourself finding your path. So this new journey, this whatever happens, this sunset, you will walk through, divine feminine, in this twin flame journey that we have here, part 2. You will walk through a gate where an old way of doing things is coming to an end. Yeah, I think that your divine counterpart will be more involved in the journey. They will be more involved, more actively involved, whereas you are more being encouraged by the universe to be passively involved, to be patient, let the angels mix it. Yeah, and this is what you need to learn, pile 2. Okay, so let's look into your counterpart. Let's look what is going on here with the divine masculine. And I think also my story that I told at the beginning, sometimes these stories help people. Yeah, because you can see what I mean with these things, or what the universe means by this guidance. So we have an inner following of the divine masculine as well. Yeah, we see here the core, what is it called? Oh, core. I don't know. You guys know. Yeah. There's something here about growth. Your divine masculine, they're learning something new. They're looking at a new, you know, a new in 3D. This is a new chapter that's opening for them as well. They're actively looking at this journey. So this is in their inner self. There is like a switch where the universe is healing this running away, where the universe is healing and saying, well, you know, you are the one, you are the hunter, you are the one that goes and chases the divine feminine, you are the one that has to be actively involved. So I feel this is like the journey is finally switching. Yes, oh my gosh. And this is active 3D communication, manifestation coming in from them. So it's not on your end anymore. You see this? It's not on your end anymore, divine feminine. It's finally time for the masculine. This is like he's learning, he's seeing, he's noticing. Yeah, it's almost as if he's missing you. He's trying to make the right steps. He is no longer sitting around and waiting, or only focusing on his money or his journey. No, he finally sees that he also wants to contribute to your both's journey. Yes. The 3 of Pentacles card just turned around, so I want to take it. Is it not focusing? No, it's focusing. You see, this is the outer card of the 3 of Pentacles. This means that working together. This means you guys build your church together. This means that, you know, 3D here, the universe and you and your counterpart, you know, working together in this beautiful journey. Very beautiful. So they will take action in 3D, guys. You see how the manifestation is coming? You see that? This is gorgeous. I'm really happy about this part too. This is very beautiful. Giving hope. Yes! Oh my gosh! Yes! It's their inner Ace of Wands. This is the inner Ace of Wands. And this is the last card. And look at what the last card in your deck was. This is almost the same energy. You see this here? Because together we have a 9 and a 1. And see, he was just focusing on the sunset. So this is it, guys. Look at this. Look at this. This is the sunset here. Yeah? The chapter of him not doing anything. The chapter of him not wanting this journey. The chapter of your divine counterpart not being interested or walking away or running away. They are over. It's like as if you found a path and you enlightened them to become active. Yeah? To find their inner sunset. So I feel here that there is a journey that's coming to an end, where the divine counterpart was not available, they were not involved, they were not interested in putting any action down. And we can see here all these actions that are coming from them. And before they were turning their back up on all of this. But now they're finally seeing, yeah, they want to bring it to 3D. So that's a beautiful journey. So let's get, I want to get 3 more cards. What the universe says you should focus on. So what are the messages here from the universe to close off this reading? Oh, okay. Well, there are 3 messages. Like, this is crazy, guys. They just threw me out 3 messages. So we have expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in my life. Isn't that amazing? So expect this message coming soon from your divine counterpart, okay? We have revealing radiance. This is almost like in the last pile. This is my light illuminates the world. Yeah. This is this. your light illuminates their world. And they want that oyster, and that's when they come forward. You see this here? And the last card that came out is taking action. I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibility. This is your counterpart coming along. And finally, something is happening. Wow. If you're waiting on your counterpart, they will come in soon, okay? They will come in soon, either through a message or even in person, okay? So be expected to receive the best, my pile 2. I hope you like this reading. Please sign up to my channel if you haven't, okay? And I see you again in the next reading. Bye, guys. So, hello, my pile 3. You chose the Peace card. Look at this beautiful card. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is so peaceful. You're walking through a gate of peace, understanding, acceptance. Yeah, acceptance is coming through. Wow. This gives me the feeling of, you see how this piece is like an eye? You can see that, right? It's like an eye under a bridge. This is like when you finally feel as if everything what happened in the last month, maybe years for some of you, it just finally makes sense. Yeah, these are one of the most beautiful moments in twin flame journeys, when you look back and you finally see, oh my gosh, that's why this happens, and that's why this happens. A lot of us, you know, we're walking this path and we don't know why certain things happen. We don't know why we take certain actions, and we also don't know why some famous counterparts do find us, and why some counterparts are not interested or they don't want us. A lot of times it has something to do with the journeys not being aligned yet, and this is true, right? This is how it always is, that the journeys are not aligned. So let's see what's coming through for my pile 3. What is this peace journey all about? And this card jumped out. So we're going to look at this. Oh wow, we have the black cat. Your luck will soon change. There's a lot of past life in Egypt coming through. Look at this. And you also see this black, yeah, the black of my nails as well. Black is a very holy color. Yeah, black is that's why I have these black feathers here. They're not representing darkness or death or you know, something bad. The black feathers actually represent transformation, and they are one of the most holy colors. And also, well, black is not actually a color, right? But black has this healing power and this depth. In black is the depth, you know. That's why you only can find peace if you have accomplished finding your own depth, and also the depth of your divine counterpart. If you are shallow and you're only looking at the surface of this journey where nothing is there, you know, most people that get to know these spiritual journeys and they see you struggling and they see you, well, you know, you're sitting there, you're talking, maybe some people know about your journey, and you're telling people about your special journey with your certain someone who's famous. Some people smile, some people think you're crazy, some people even say it, you know, what is this, you know, why are you believing in things? Some people think it's a cult, some people think you're just, you know, you're brainwashed. There are all different kind of things, you know, but this is the shallow, superficial view of people who have no idea, right? This is when someone has no idea that actually these journeys exist. Someone has no idea, so you can't even blame them, because they don't know, because they shouldn't know. Yeah, Spirit is only like inviting the people that are important and that need to know these things for your journey. They are inviting them to get to know the journeys, but most other people, they just look on these journeys from a very shallow viewpoint, so they don't get it. They don't get it at all. They think you're making this up. Maybe you just want to have attention. Maybe you're a gold digger, you know, you want to get their attention, and then you know, you want their money. All of this stuff, people think the most crazy things, and it's okay, you know. People can think that, because of course, if you have no idea about these journeys, that's what you think. If you have a normal human brain that's functioning, of course you think those things, right? You don't think that you have actually telepathic information with this person, that you can dream with a famous person the same dreams, that you can telepathically exchange information, that you can say the things, and on another day your famous twin flame is saying the same things, or that they're wearing the same clothing even though you guys are not in contact. You guys cannot call each other and say, hello baby, are you gonna wear, can you check with your stylist that tomorrow we're gonna wear the same clothing? Like, how's that possible? That's stupid, right? I mean, that would even be stupid to think about. Yeah, these things happen because of coincidence for some people, but it's rather messages that are sent by the angels, by the universe. You know, this is how these connections function. And you know, if you experience the depth, that's when you also dive in. Yeah, we see the water here. The more water we have, the more, and I'm not talking about zodiac signs, I'm talking the more water, the more connected we are with our flame bonds, or in our flame bonds, the more we can feel our person, the more happens on this depth level. Yeah. And why is Egypt being brought up here? Because in Egypt they believed in the things, you know. They actually believed in the things they believed in, and yeah, they used communication. You see here all these different communication. So let's look at your information. What is this peace door that's coming up? Okay, so we have for you divine feminine. So I'm reading the divine feminine first, and then I'm looking at your divine counterpart. Please know if some role doesn't make sense for you, if you're saying, well, that's not me, then it is your counterpart, because sometimes the roles can reverse in these journeys. Okay, so we do have here the outer appearance of the Five of Pentacles. This is a situation in 3D divine feminine where you're giving up hope. You're sitting in front of this church, you gave up hope, there's no peace. Yeah. And I feel that you're coming out of this. You're coming out of this. We do have the second card that came out was the King of Cups. This is your divine counterpart. You know, we see here they come into this playful energy now. They come into this energy where they want to play with you. They want to be playful. They want to exchange messages. They want to come forward. And they have actually grown up to become this King of Cups. What is the King of Cups? It's not grown up as a mature person. It's more so as, you know, in this piece, you are connecting more on this depth level here with this Black Cat. And that's why the telepathic exchange that actually goes via these, you see this communication, where we do have the Black Cat here. These are ancient forms of communication. Maybe in ancient times they even knew how telepathy was functioning, or maybe they could understand all of this, what we cannot understand today. Yeah, but this is like a mastering of this telepathy game. Yeah, this is you being playful with that. You're coming out of this this stage of where everything is frozen and where everything is, you know, your counterpart is not responding, there is nothing to the journey, and you're just helpless and sitting there. And I feel this is where you're walking. You're coming out of this with the eye. Also, the eye means you finally see. You guys send each other messages. This is more about a pile, about communication with your counterpart. And because I feel here the depths are changing, that's why also your luck changes within, and also you feel as if you can accomplish more in this journey. Yes, we had this coming out in the last pile as well, the Three of Pentacles, but this time it's on your side, divine masculine. So you will use that telepathy actively to create in the 3D. Yeah, you will use that connection to your counterpart, that love, in order to find peace and concentrate on what you create, what your soul work is. Yeah, this is your soul work. You actively create with this love that you have with the masculine. This playful energy will help you with that. Yeah, you don't sit there anymore and you're like, well, you know, there's no inspiration, there's nothing happening, maybe I'm on the wrong path, all these doubts. Yeah, you're coming out of this of this energy of doubting the whole journey. So this is very beautiful to see. Let's get one more card. Yes, the lovers, the inside lovers. This is an inside of you union, because this is the lovers card. This is the outer lovers card. This is the inner lovers card. So the inner lovers card, you know, they mean that you see how they come together, the day and the night, how this is like a symbol for the two of you, the fire and the earth coming together. So it's like almost your inner fire, you know, is building some kind of bridge to creation in the in the 3D world here, where you hold hands in 3D and your love, you use that love, divine feminine, in order to create, in order to use that as a catalyst, yeah, this love. So for you, the more you create with your hands and with everything what you can, with your mind, with your communication, with your telepathy, the more you do that, the more you connect to your divine counterpart. Yeah, that's what I can see. And you come out of this energy of there's nothing there, I don't know, I'm not peaceful. So you come into this peaceful stage of creation. This is very beautiful to see. So let's look at your counterpart. Yes, first card coming out is him celebrating his wins. Yeah, this is him being in his golden palace, having reached all the cups here, all the awards, being awarded, being rewarded. You see how his beautiful clothing. This is, we see here, a famous counterpart, you know, this is representing this card. And they're standing there and doing their soul work. So let's see what more there is for the divine masculine. So let's show us more of the divine masculine. Okay, 3 of Swords. Yeah, this is the this heartbreak that they're experiencing because of separation. This is an outer heartbreak. It's like where the masculine sees, and this is via telepathy. This, and also guys, part 3, if you are unsure if your journey here is known by your famous counterpart, yes, they know about this. Yeah, and what we see here is a situation where, let's focus, where they have, you know, this is like they have accomplished everything, or has accomplished a lot of their dreams. You know, they have accomplished a lot of their dreams, but on the other hand, they're missing out. They come into this stage here, we see all the rain, where they realize that all the glitter is not gold, you know. They miss you because of this telepathic communication that you guys have. They see, yeah, they want to have that peace as well. And because you are peacefully, when you are peacefully doing your art and your creation, divine feminine, it's when you take away your energy, and they see that you're happily doing on your own, you're creating, and you're fine with whatever choice it is that they make, you know. And this is when they really miss you. This is when they come into this energy, and this is what happens here in this part 3, that they actually see now that, you know, if they have everything, they're still missing out on you. They can have everything, but they're still missing their counterpart. Yeah, past life regression. Yeah, there's a lot of past life memory happening here with these things holding the Wheel of Fortune. They see, this is also accepting the fate in life. Yeah, it's almost as if they're saying, well, you know, I understand I became famous because you know, I'm spreading the word, but I'm missing my feminine terribly. Or they're missing out on the things that you could have, yeah, but they know it's all fate. And this is also finding a kind of peace for them, finding the peace in their life, finding the peace in what's going on with you, or with the journey itself, because you find the peace in the creation, and you are okay with whatever their choice is. And here it's the same for them. It's the same for them. It's them like saying, okay, you know, I became famous because I'm here in this twin flame journey. I'm spreading the word. This is fated. Yeah, this is what we did in a past life as well. And sometimes I cannot expect everything. Yeah, sometimes I, you know, I have to accept as well. I cannot always choose. Yeah, they realize that sometimes they cannot choose both. They have to choose between blue and red. They just cannot have both. So this is also your counterpart realizing that in this journey they have to take action. So sometimes they have to decide. Yeah, we see here 3, 2, 1, fate. Sometimes they have to decide what they do. Sometimes they have to, you know, come forward in this journey because they see the depth of it all. Yeah, with the past life here, they see the depth. They might dream of past lives. They might see different things between the two of you, and they see that they're missing out. And maybe at the beginning they thought, well, I can have both. I can have the fame and everything, and I can have my open relationship. Well, that's not possible for most divine counterparts who are famous. So they have to decide, what do I want? Yeah, is there a way that I can concentrate on both? Maybe some are even overthinking. This is also that they're very much in their mind. They're thinking, like, can I actively do something? Is there some kind of action that I can take? Is there some kind of past life where I did the same? So I feel with this piece, it's like almost like a search from the divine counterparts energy. It's almost like a search, like, what can I do in order to you know, to fulfill this journey? What can I do in order to have both in this journey? So they're actively searching for an answer to this, while you're very much concentrated on the 3D, which is very good, Path 3. Very good. Both of you are very peaceful in your journeys. So let's see what the messages the universe has for you, Path 3. And we're getting 3 messages. So the first message is, yes, look at this. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. That's exactly what I said. Peace comes when acceptance came in. Acceptance brings peace. Yeah, sometimes we cannot change the things. Sometimes we have to accept the fate. Especially in these twin flame journeys. We do have to accept. Being in the flow. I'm in the flow of the universe. Knowing that everything will work out. Knowing that you're right on time, knowing that everything is okay. You don't have to run. Yeah, accept what it is, and then believe. Yeah, another big thing is believe in the magic. True magic is abounding in my life. Believe in this journey. Don't say, well, it's not possible. Yeah, a lot is happening here when this telepathic communication between the two of you deepens. And both of you realize that actually if you believe in each other, yeah, the luck also will change. So very beautiful reading. I hope you like this, guys. And if you do, please sign up for the channel if you haven't yet, okay? Take care, Flamies. Bye. Hello, my pile 4. Welcome to your reading. So you chosen the unknown card. This is a beautiful card. Look at all these bluish color. Look at all these black color. Look at all these depth behind that picture. What does that card tells me? Flamies, this card tells me that, you know, especially in your twin flame journey, sometimes, or not sometimes, a lot of times we have to walk into the unknown. A lot of times we're walking with the spirit, but we have no idea where we're going, you know. And if you look back, you know, a lot of us, if we look back, we see, oh my gosh, you know, that's why I had to go this path. Or that's why, you know, I had to choose this. Only when we look back, we can see the path. We cannot, you see how this woman is not being able to see the path in the moment she walks, right? The path is basically being made the minute she walks. The path is basically being like created the minute she walks. But if you look back, a lot of times we can see, especially in these twin flame journeys, we understand why certain things happened the way it happened, right? So let's see pile 4. What is happening here? What gate? What is the unknown gate that is opening here for you? What does that mean? Timing, the hourglass. Time is of the essence. Okay, this is very interesting. This could tell me that you guys know that time doesn't make any sense in twin flame journeys. Time is irrelevant. And I'm saying this again and again and again. A lot of people are not getting this. Especially if we do have all these big gaps, right, with our counterparts. There is a gap where you live in different countries and you cannot reach each other. Or there's a gap where your twin flame is famous and you're not. So you cannot reach out to them. It's just impossible. They don't know you. How should they find you? You're not famous. You see them. But if they see you, depends on spirit. Yeah. It also depends on your own journey. Are you willing to walk it? Are you willing to go into the unknown? Are you willing to walk forward, even though you don't know where you're going? Even if you know the minute you're walking this path, you have no idea where you end up. These are twin flame journeys. You walk, you have no idea what happens. But when you look back, you say, oh, that's why I made this decision. That's why I made this decision. It becomes clear only in retrospect. When you replay the whole thing, it becomes clear. But if you, in a minute of walking, you have no idea. You're just walking. You just be brave and you walk. And that's why, the timing. For many of us, especially in the nowadays, and that's why I want to say something, when I read for you, Flamies, I want to say something when, I feel it's important to say something. And I thought in part 2, I told my own story a little bit, or some experience that I had on my own. And here again, I feel that it's important that, in nowadays world, a lot of what we are taught is that time is of essence. Time is running out. You have to buy a house by 30. You have to have children by 35. You got to be married by 35. All of these outside boxes that are put on you, they don't work with twin flames. That's one thing. They don't work. Twin flames always choose different paths, and especially when your counterparts are famous, they already chosen a different path. So they're not going accordingly to these boxes that society puts on. They already made that choice by incarnating as a famous person, or by incarnating in their contract that they want to become famous. That's already telling me that many of them have such different life stories. They don't, not all of them, will find themselves in these boxes that people put up. So I feel here it's about the understanding that time is not meaningful in this journey, because a lot of us have to overcome bridges. We have to, you see how she's walking that bridge, not knowing where she end up. A lot of times there are these big gaps, culture gaps, culture shocks, language gaps, where you have to learn each other's language, age gap. Most twin flames have crazy age gaps. It's never like 17 or 16 or 17 and 18. Never. This is not a twin flame journey then. This is not happening. It's not the same age as well. It's not like you go and say, like in Korea, like people are, like if you are 2 years apart, you are already like 100 years apart. This is always so funny to me, because, age gaps are age gaps. They come like more than 10 years. I'm speaking of an age gap. Or in the West, we speak of age gaps when there's more than 10 years age in between, right? But like in Korea, for example, it's already an age gap when there are like 1 year in between. So it's never the same year, guys. It's not that you meet your twin flame and then they're famous and you're saying, oh my gosh, I'm born 95 too. Oh, I'm born 95 as well, your twin flame says. No, that's not happening, Especially if they're famous, they're usually big age gaps. Yeah, it could be that they're the same year, but I doubt it. If they are, then they have another crazy gap where it's hard to overcome, okay? So let's see. What is the message for you, Divine Feminine? What is the gate in the unknown that you walk through? Yes, the Tower came out in. these are things that you have to accept. These are things where we see the eye here. The tower is a major arcana, and you see these two people falling out of the tower. These are usually events that happen, and they could happen in your life because I'm reading for the Divine Feminine. Something happened recently where you fell out the tower. This could be an event where you lost something. Yeah, this could be something that, but it is made by the universe because it is essential to your twin flame journey, because you have to see that time is not important. And because we, in the 3D, yeah, this is a big gap, because in 3D we often get learned that time is essential. Time is of essence. In twin flame journeys, time is not. So this is like this controversy where spirit is like really teaching you that time is not important. And how they teach you? They teach you, bringing you tower moments. What are tower moments? Losing your job, losing a friend, losing a relationship, yeah? Things like that happen to your Divine Feminine, and where you struggle because you walk into the unknown, yeah? This could also be that, it could be the other way around, you know. A tower doesn't have to be negative. A tower could also be a blow up or a glow up. Like, you go out there, you present yourself, yeah? But for the Divine Feminine, I mean, we're talking about the Divine Feminine here. For the Divine Feminine, in most cases, it's losing something on a negative end. For the Divine Masculine, it could be a glow up, you know, but we'll look into their energy later on. So you had to move on, yeah? You had to let go of a lot of cups here, a lot of broken things. And this is how all divine journeys are for the feminine. Look, yeah? This is your inner letting go. Cancerian energy, the major arcana of the moving on. It's like you heal yourself. She has the healing, this symbol of healing in her right hand. She has the self-love cup here, so she's moving on with her self-love. Yeah, even though she doesn't know where she's going, and even though there is no real path, she is again here creating the path as she walks, right here, like this. She is creating the path as she walks. This is beautiful. This is about you moving forward, Divine Feminine, and letting go of anything that's holding you back in this journey. And we do see here the new start, yeah? You come into a new chapter right here, pile 4, Divine Feminine. This is an inner strike here. This is an inner strength. This is saying, I'm not giving up. No matter what happens to me, I'm strong, I'm powerful, and I can go my own way, no matter the darkness. Because look at this, she's walking through darkness. See this here? This is your inner path. Because the Divine Feminine walks this inner path, she has to learn her inner strength, no matter how she has to move on through outer circumstances. Yeah, path 4. This is you learning to become your inner cheerleader, your inner guide, your inner power person, where you say, no matter what, I create my path while I'm walking, no matter if I don't know where I'm going, okay? So I definitely see that recently you lost something where you had to be strong, and yeah, you're walking, you're moving on in your journey, and don't have the feeling that you're chased. Time is not important, because some of us are, you know, when this happens, a lot of us Divine Feminines get really scared and say, oh my gosh, you know, now my time is running out, I will never gonna make it. The universe also wants to see if you lose hope. A lot of these events are shaped because the universe wants to see how much you trust your counterpart, how much you trust this journey, how much you trust the universe. Yeah, so please trust Divine Feminine, pile 4. So let's look into your divine counterpart. What is happening on their end? What gate are they going through in this unknown? So they have lost something as well. Yeah, look at this. This is the 5 of Cups. They have lost the same as you have lost. You see? This is your card. Yeah, you had to move on. You already left this island here. And for your divine counterpart, it's almost as if, you know, the moment you're already moving on, it happens a little bit, you know, with the timing back. It's almost as if you're going through, you guys, Pi 4, Twin Flames, you guys go through the same stuff with your divine counterpart, but a little bit, the timing is off, yeah? That's why maybe also this hourglass is here, so time is of the essence. So this means that they go through the same things, but a little bit later or earlier. We do have the Hierophant, yeah? And we see here how the baby is behind the Hierophant. So this is all the things that you're not seeing. You have to believe in this new beginning. The baby always means a new beginning. It means innocence. You have to believe in the fruitfulness, into the fertility of this journey here with these apples, yeah? You have to believe in that. This just doesn't mean that, you know, that your counterparts believes that you're still getting babies. This just means that he believes in this journey, that he's not giving up hope, that he's not saying, well, you know, I preach my thing, I do my soul work. Because he is doing his soul work. He's sitting on his throne. He's spreading the word. Most famous counterparts are, you know. And that they don't lose this hope, that they see the Two of Cups. Because sometimes they don't see the 2 cups that are still standing there. They just see what they don't have in 3D, and then they want to manifest it in 3D, but they don't see what they're actually, you know, what is behind them. They don't see this baby. They don't see this. I mean, there's not a baby there, but you know, a baby represents this innocence of this journey, and that it's actually there. Yeah, the baby is sitting there with a key, so this journey is actually there, but a lot of divine counterparts, they act as if this journey is non-existent. Wow, the inner sun. This is about, you know, despite all the barriers, yeah? This is the blockage here where the universe says, well, this is your gate here. Yeah, you can either overcome it in your journey, or you can bend down and just remain where you are, make a lot of money, become more famous, but you can never look out of your boundaries. These are the gaps, and that's why the universe puts these gaps into them, like there. These are age gaps. This is limitation. This is limitation because most divine counterparts, most divine masculines, they have no limitation because they can make a lot of money, they're famous, they're known, they can have everything what they want, they can manifest, they are magicians. A lot of them can manifest everything what they want. So the universe has to put some limitations there. Otherwise, they can just snap their finger and then you go there and say, yeah, I want you too. And then you marry and are happy. That's not how it works, especially not these journeys. So the universe here wants to see from the masculine if they can actually see the 2 cups, if they can see the baby with the key. That means if they can see the innocence of this journey, if they can see that it's actually the journey that is also helping them, that they see that they find their inner light, that they want to break out, yeah, with a horse that jumps over this fence, that they want to reach outside of their limitations, that they actually want to overcome these barriers, because this is on the divine counterpart side. They have to find their inner light. This is their finding their inner light to overcome these boundaries. And the last card, yes, to go for this love. This is the outer appearance of the Ace of Cups, yeah? Not only dreaming of you, but also, you know, not only being nourished by you and that fountain of eternal life, yeah, where time is not making any sense. But this is about, in this whole twin flame journey, being committed, like the priest, being committed to this journey and seeing the love, seeing this undivided love, this overspilling love of the universe, and actually trying to overcome the boundaries and trying to make it happen. Yeah, this is what happens here for divine counterpart. Wonderful. Wow. So let's get 3 cards, what the universe wants to tell to your journey. So we have planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. See? It all starts with planting seeds. So sometimes these journeys take a long time, yeah? Sometimes we plant the seeds, but it's not happening right away because, you know, the masculine has to let their inner child reign. Yeah, they have to let their inner child jump on the horse and then jump over that limitation. following your bliss. My soul sings with joy. And we see here how she is dancing on the unicorn, you know. He needs to see that you're different than everyone else. He needs to see that he wants you. Otherwise, it's not going to happen, you know. And that's why you're stepping into the unknown. Both of you are not knowing what's happening next. Yeah, dwelling in truth. I stand in the light of truth because you are divine feminine. Yeah, both of you have to stand in the truth, plant the seeds, and then follow this journey. What a beautiful reading. So that's all what I'm having, guys, pile 4. I hope you like it, flamies, and I see you again. Please feel free to comment if you want, okay? And I see you again. Take care. Bye, guys.